or so, loudly shout a simple word like hello in the air. If your voice doesn't echo, run back to the guardhouse immediately. Should you see a hiker in the middle of the trail, keep the flashlight pointed at his face at all times. He will ask you to move it away, stating it's too bright, but don't listen to him. He will also tell you he understands your situation and will tell you to follow him since he knows a way out. Decline his offer. After this, he should leave. Do not take the light off him until he steps off the trail. For the guard in the guardhouse, to stay safe, keep the door and window firmly shut at all times, save for when the patrolling guard comes back. It may get annoyingly hot inside, but do not open anything. You may take off your jacket or shirt to alleviate the discomfort. Do not pay attention to anything tapping on the windows. If you hear or see droplets falling on the desk in front of you, slowly stand up and leave the guardhouse. Stay outside for 2 to 3 minutes, and the droplets should be gone when you go back inside. If they are still there, exit again and wait for another 2 to 3 minutes. When the patrolling guard returns, ask him the code question while avoiding eye contact. If he doesn't respond or respond incorrectly, exit the guardhouse while avoiding eye contact and then return inside. The fake guard will be gone. If you survive until 1 a.m., both guards should proceed together to the end of the trail and turn right at the crossroads. Do not do this before 1 a.m. At this point, the forest life will be completely quiet, and the only sound surrounding you will be the occasional hurried footsteps coming off the trail. They can only approach you in the dark, so do your best to train your flashlights on them, even if you can't see them clearly. The guards should split to cover both sides with light. End your task by reaching the end of the trail with the gate. That is your exit point. Make sure to take this note with you. You will need it. Damn it, the other guard said, and we sat in silence for a moment. I scratched my cheek and said, "All right, I'll take the first patrol. What should our code be?" He thought for a moment and then said, "Shit man, I don't know. How about this? I'll ask, what should these fuckers do? And you can say, let us go." "You got it. What's your name, by the way?" I asked. The guard said his name was Sam, and I introduced myself as well. I left for the patrol with the flashlight and stuck strictly to the trail. Nothing major happened, no sounds of the trail, etc. But I did run into the hiker mentioned in the notes. He seemed friendly and all, but I followed the rules and kept the beam pointed in his face, declining everything he asked. Eventually he left, and I finished my patrol and returned to the guardhouse. After we confirmed the codes, Sam left for his own patrol. I followed a set of rules until he came back, confirming the code with him. By the time I finished my second patrol, it was 1:03 a.m. and it was time to go. We quietly walked the trail, focusing on our footsteps and the deafening silence around us. And then the footsteps off the trail started. It sounded like someone was frantically running from one tree to another, stopping for a few seconds in between. This recurred over and over as Sam and I did our best to focus our beams on the source of the sound. But no matter how quick our reactions were, we were never seemed to be able to catch whoever ran there. I got a glimpse of a nude, emaciated man or woman here and there, but they always seemed to be just out of reach, either hiding behind a tree the moment I shined my light, or disappearing into the dark altogether. Finally, Sam and I reached the end of the trail and entered a fenced area with a gate on the other side. There was a pedestal in the middle and an object on top of it. When we approached it, it became clear it was a gun with a note under it. Sam took the note and read it out loud. situation where your life is at stake and you desperately want to get out by any means necessary, your body and brain defy your wish to give up and pushes you to fight on. The elevator stopped and the gated door opened, revealing a damp, dark room in front of me. There was a little cart next to the door on the other side. A folder lay on top of the cart. A circular logo with the name the company was on the front. Below was the motto, "Your safety is our success." When I opened the folder, I saw Sam's face. It was his file. In it, I saw everything about him, including age, family, and even behavioral patterns observed by these freaks. And then the next page was my file. They knew everything about me, not just my age, nationality, and etc., but also my ways of thinking and everything I had been through during the test so far. They had predictions about my behavior before I even did something. They knew my every move. The last page underneath my file was a note. Here's what it said. "Congratulations on surviving this far. You have only one last task to complete before you earn your reward, which is to reach the elevator on the other side of this area. The list of rules for the final part is as follows. Once you are through this door, proceed straight to the corridor. Do not look, get close, or touch the glass on the left and right side, despite the irresistible urge. Don't stop for longer than 2 seconds at a time. During the entire time, you will hear whispers coming from the other side of the glass. If the whispers suddenly stop, run as fast as you can to the door. Once you reach the door, you will find yourself outside on a wide bridge. There will be one person aimlessly wandering there. He may look weak and drunk, but do not underestimate him. Only move when he is not looking at you. When he faces you, stand as still as you can. If you see him stop all movement suddenly and go silent, he may have sensed you. The best thing to do is stand still and not breathe. He may approach and inspect you, but do not move a muscle until you see him. Calm down and facing the other way. Do not even think about making a break for the door when you're close to it and him being a distance away. If he sees you, he will catch you no matter how close to the door you are. Close the door behind you and you will find yourself in a dormitory. You will see pebbles on a wooden plate next to you. Put them in your pocket and make sure to always have at least one ready in your hand. Proceed through the next area as quietly as possible, especially if you hear footsteps and sniffing close by. Be especially aware of creaking floorboards. If you assume you may have attracted its attention, toss the pebbles at a distance to distract it. Do not run while it's distracted. Do not go for the exit yet, as the creature is standing in your way. Look for room 109. By this point, the creature will most likely be aware of your presence, so get inside the room and lock it as fast as possible. You will see that there is nowhere to hide since the room is empty. That's not a problem, since the creature is blind. Run to any corner of the room and stay there as quietly as you can. Try to remain calm as the creature screams and rams the door. Once it is inside, it will inspect the room and sniff the air. You will be safe as long as you make no sound. After a minute or so, the creature will leave you, and you will be able to get to the next exit safely. Exit the dormitory through the back door and close it. When you turn left, you will see the rest of the note was unintelligible, save for a few proceeded for a whole minute before they suddenly stopped, and then loud slamming on both sides of the glass started. Handprints started to appear on the glass. First one, then two, then 10, 100, 1,000, all within the span of 10 seconds or so. I sprinted across the corridor and rammed the door with my shoulder. I turned around to close it, but the corridor was calm again. No sounds and no handprints. I took no chances and I closed the door behind me. I turned back and faced the sight before me. I was on a wide metallic bridge in the middle of nowhere. There were streetlights on it, illuminating the entirety of that area. A very frail looking person stood in the middle of the bridge, hunched forward and looking like he could barely hold his weight on his own legs. I couldn't see below the bridge because it was too dark, but I was definitely somewhere that looked like outside. Slowly, I started to cross the bridge, making sure to stop whenever the person on the bridge looked in my direction. He seemed completely oblivious to my presence when I stood still. Since he cut in front of me a few times without even looking in my direction, it wasn't until I was close enough that I could hear the wheezing chair said, "You were in on this the whole time. I don't believe this," I asked, and then faced the man in the chair again. "Well, your test is complete, right? Time to kill me." The man threw his head back in laughter and said, "Kill you? Don't be silly. This was necessary for evaluation. We have to go through a very strict hiring process because we hire only the most suitable candidates. I know the test was stressful, but you passed with flying colors. Forget the whole $80 per shift thing. The money we'll be paying you will cover all your debts, medical bills, and then some." I let out a chuckle at the absurdity of the situation and said, "Hiring process? This was what, some kind of a job orientation the entire time?" "Well, yes. What our company deals with here is not an ordinary guard duty, as you saw back there, and this is why we need to make sure our candidates don't do something to endanger themselves or others." "So all those things back there, they weren't real?" I asked. "Oh, they're as real as they come, and you were in actual danger the whole time. We have intervention units always ready, but sometimes accidents do happen. This is the process candidates are subjected to, and out of 43 applicants, you were the only one to make it to the end. So you want me to work for you?" I looked at Sam, who had a neutral expression on his face, and then back at the man. "What if I refuse?" "Then you get a slightly higher compensation than was mentioned in the ad for your shift, and you go home and look for another job." The man shrugged. "I could go to the police and rat you out," I replied. You could tell them everything, but you'd find that the police found no trace of anything you mentioned. No ghosts, no monsters, not even an ad listed by any company you mentioned. In fact, the company itself is not registered anywhere. There's nothing except an old abandoned building." He motioned for someone on the side to come. A woman approached me with a paper and pen. She handed them to me, and just one glance, I realized it was a contract for the company as a security guard, and the compensation was shocking to say the least. The amount they paid would cover all my bills, and I could finally move out of the shithole I live in now. The man continued, "You could walk away and go to the police, or you could